Dumb cops arrest the Secretary of Homeland Security at airport. They immediately beg and kneel. Before we dive into today's story, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. 2 airport police officers thought they were just stopping a lone, suspicious traveler. They had no idea their hands were on the highest-ranking woman in American Homeland Security, and half the nation was about to watch. Her heels tapped a metronome's steady cadence across the glassy floor of Reagan National. No entourage, no press gaggle, just Dr. Miriam Carter, 52, freshly sworn-in Secretary of Homeland Security. Carter moved with the calm authority of someone who had spent 3 decades mastering the difference between speaking and listening. It was 9:38 p.m. Washington's early summer humidity seeped even into the terminal air. She had come straight from Seattle, red-eye strategy briefings, bitter coffee, classified updates. All she wanted was her driver, a scalding shower, and maybe 2 hours sleep before dawn's next wave of crisis calls. Her pace was unhurried, but efficient. The slate gray suit, knife-creased trousers, minimalist blazer, wasn't about style, it was about signal. Tightly coiled natural hair framed a face that rarely gave anything away. In her left hand, the graphite briefcase that never left her sight, rumored to carry files so secret most Americans didn't know the programs existed. She slipped past gate 37. That's when she clocked them, 2 white male airport cops, mid-30s, leaning by a service kiosk. She didn't alter her gait or glance directly, yet she saw the elbow nudge, the chin lift. Years of fieldwork had trained her to read carbon copy tells like these. She kept moving. Then the footsteps fell in behind her. "Evening, ma'am." "You traveling alone?" She stopped, pivoted smoothly. "Yes. Mind telling us where you're headed? Is there an issue?" Her voice was measured velvet, soft but weight-bearing. Officer Blake Turner, Virginia drawl thick as sweet tea, looked her over. His partner, Jason Morales, rested a thumb on the baton clipped to his duty belt. "You match a description," Turner said. "Which description?" "Middle-aged black female, gray suit, briefcase. Possible sensitive materials." Carter raised one eyebrow. "You just described half the federal workforce headed home." Turner stepped closer, shoes squeaking. "Gonna need to inspect that case, ma'am." She tightened her grip. "I'm Dr. Miriam Carter, Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security." A heartbeat of silence, then Morales gave a low chuckle. "Got ID to back that up?" Carter slipped out her credentials, embossed ID, holographic seal, photograph unmistakable. She held it steady. Neither man reached for it. Turner glanced at Morales and laughed. Anybody can wave a badge from a costume shop. A teenage girl yanked out her earbuds. A mother with a stroller slowed. Someone's phone camera lit up. "I'm not waving," Carter said. "I'm identifying myself. That's protocol." "Protocol's not your call tonight," Morales snapped. "We'll sort it downtown." The tenor changed. Turner reached for the briefcase. "Do not touch that," Carter warned, steel edging the syllables. "Hands where we can see 'em," Turner barked, volume punching through the hall. They crowded her. She neither helped nor resisted, simply stood rooted. Turner seized her wrist. Morales unclipped cuffs. The briefcase hit the tile with a dull concussion. Gasps ripple-fired through onlookers. More phones rose. Metal kissed her skin. Cold, impersonal. Turner mumbled the Miranda out of habit, not conviction. "Do you grasp what you're doing?" she asked quietly. "You're unlawfully detaining a cabinet official on U.S. soil." "Just keeping the airport safe, ma'am," Morales muttered, name tag flashing as he gestured her toward a bench. Carter's blazer now hung askew, one button dangling. A young woman called out, "You really cuffing the Homeland Security Secretary?" Turner pointed. "Keep moving." The crowd thickened, curiosity curdling into disbelief. "Get her badge," Turner ordered. Morales retrieved it, stared, swallowed. "Blake, this looks legit." Turner snatched the wallet, inspected the raised seal, then Carter's face. "Where'd you steal this?" "I earned it over 27 years of federal service, the same career that trained your trainers." Uncertainty crept into Turner's shoulders. Morales scanned the gathering phones, the TSA agents hovering nearby. Turner's radio crackled. "Terminal B, DHS Protective Service inbound, code 542. Morales whispered, "What's 542? Turner's lips flattened. "High-priority person mishandling." Morales fumbled for the cuff key. Keys clattered to the floor. "This is just procedure, ma'am," he stammered. "Stop calling me ma'am like it erases what you just did." Carter replied. Turner bent to hand her the case. Don't touch classified material without clearance, she said, stepping back. A hush strangled the hall. The crowd held its collective breath. Carter adjusted her blazer, eyes steady on the men. Hope your chain of command is readier than you. Excuse me, officers. Explain yourselves. A gray-haired black man in a denim jacket pushed forward. Samuel Price, retired Army Master Sergeant. That woman is Secretary Carter. I watched her testify before Judiciary last week. Turner opened his mouth. Price lifted a hand. Don't speak. Listen. You dragged her like she boosted a candy bar, and she's got more clearance than you ever will. A TSA supervisor, Natalie Ruiz, hurried over, Navy veteran ribbons on her badge. Secretary, I apologize. They never informed us of any detainment. You needn't apologize for someone else's error, Carter replied. Ruiz turned on the officers. You detained a cabinet official without oversight. Carter's voice cut through. I complied, presented ID, requested verification. They refused. Ruiz's jaw set. We'll need an immediate report. Before Turner could protest, two agents in charcoal suits sliced through the onlookers, DHS Protective Service, stenciled faintly on their jackets. The lead agent, Leo Cross, flashed a badge. Secretary Carter, are you injured? Only inconvenienced, she said. Cross pivoted to the officers, who put hands on her. Turner stuttered. Cross shut him down. Stand. Down. Protective Service agents fanned out, collecting TSA statements, queuing CCTV pulls, requesting body cam uploads. The nation's eyes are on this terminal, Cross told them. Price, still nearby, murmured, What's crazy isn't that she's the secretary. It's that you figured she was just another black woman nobody would defend. Nobody argued. Carter lifted her briefcase herself. She flexed fingers, angry red cuff marks ringing both wrists. I'd like to leave now, she said. Cross nodded. A quiet corridor and a waiting black SUV felt miles away. Inside the vehicle sat Agent Sonia Delario, Carter's protective detail lead since confirmation hearings. Madam Secretary, are you hurt? No, just tired. Delario glanced at the wrist marks, said nothing. Media already has 3 camera angles, she warned. Let them run, Carter replied. Delario exhaled. That's the 3rd incident in 4 months. Elevator badge check at St. Elizabeth's. Denver credential mix-up, now this. Carter stared out the window. I keep receipts, Sonia. Tonight came with video. Halfway down the George Washington Parkway, Carter's phone rang, unknown number. Secretary Carter, this is Judge Whitaker from Arlington. I saw the footage. My 13-year-old just told me you're the first public official he respects. Thought you'd want to know. Carter closed her eyes, just for a beat. That does matter. Thank you, Your Honor. Back at Reagan, Protective Service quarantined Gate 37. Turner and Morales sat in opposite corners of a staff security room, weapons impounded, badges surrendered. A federal investigator entered, voice gravel rough. You're both off duty. Effective immediately. Speak to no press, contact the secretary in no form. Understood? Morales whispered. We didn't mean. But you did, the investigator cut in. And now the country is watching you learn why it matters. At 9 a.m. sharp, Carter stood in the DHS media room on Nebraska Avenue, Navy suit, no teleprompter. Let's not waste time, she began. You've watched the footage. Last night I was detained, ignored, handcuffed, and accused of impersonating a cabinet official, despite clear identification. This isn't the first time. It won't be the last. But it illustrates how easy it remains in 2025 to see a black woman carrying authority and decide she's a threat, not a colleague. She paused, gaze level. I'm not seeking revenge. I want education. If our systems only learn through public shame, those systems are still broken. I won't press charges. I'm after systemic repair, not individual ruin. I didn't forge this chain, but I intend to melt it. Questions flew. She answered with clipped precision. How do I feel today? Angry, yet focused. Then she walked off. That afternoon, a closed-door meeting in a DHS conference room. Just Carter, Turner, Morales, and a pitcher of water. She entered without her jacket, sleeves rolled, photos in a folder. I'm not here to yell, she said. I want you to grasp what you did. She laid down a photo, her at 30, first day at the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center. Another, her first major interdiction case. Another, her late father, the civil rights attorney who taught her to fight with law, not fists. Yesterday you told him his life's work failed. Morales stared at the tabletop. Turner's throat bobbed. You decided what power should look like, and I wasn't it. Wearing a badge means being better than instinct. She gathered the photos and left. A lesson can echo louder than any punishment. Headlines blazed. Homeland Security Secretary schools officers on airport tarmac. Cable panels debated her poise. Civil rights leaders called it a hinge moment. Carter did no victory lap. She drafted a bias response curriculum to be piloted across federal security agencies. Mandatory, measurable, hers to teach. Hundreds of messages poured in. One letter, plain envelope, no return address, landed deepest. Secretary Carter, I'm a retired cop, white, Ohio-born. I spent years thinking racism lived in others, not in me. Your composure made me ashamed, not angry. I'll spend the rest of my life becoming who I thought I already was. Thank you. She filed it in her desk, top drawer, left unseen. Turner and Morales were reassigned to desk duty, pending review. Morales volunteered for Carter's new training initiative. Turner did not. Paths diverging. Days later, Carter addressed a civics club field trip. 20 teenagers eyes wide. One boy blurted, "You took down 2 cops just by talking." She smiled faintly. "I didn't take them down. I made them see me. That's all any of us wants." The students left buzzing, and the briefcase that once crashed onto an airport floor rested easy in her grasp. Night bled into the deserted E-ring hallway of DHS headquarters. Carter, alone, worked under the halo of a single desk lamp. She paused over a black and white photo. 23-year-old Miriam outside Fletchy's gates, eyes fierce, shoes scuffed. Her phone chimed. 6:45 a.m. emergency prep briefing reminder. She muted it, slid a drawer, revealed her father's letter. They will question how you got here. Make them wonder how they ever thought you couldn't. She reread it, closed the drawer, shrugged on her blazer. At 11:18 p.m., the elevator doors sealed, her reflection staring back, head high, shoulders square, the United States Secretary of Homeland Security. What happened in an airport no longer defined her. What she would build next, that would define history.